Good morning. I'm meteorologist Cheetah Craft. So we just got the latest update in from the National Hurricane Center, and really the biggest change in advisories is our tropical or our hurricane watch has now been upgraded to a hurricane warning, and the tropical storm warning. Notice how it is now further west. So this is going to follow suit and follow in line with the official forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. Notice how these advisories now extend west and east of the official track. That is something to really take note. So even more areas will be impacted than originally expected, especially areas west of this cone. It's something to monitor really closely throughout the day today. Not really much has changed with the strength or intensity as far as Hurricane Laura goes. It is still a Category 1. It's expected to become a Category 2 hurricane tomorrow, and then before landfall Thursday morning, that's when we're expecting this to become a Cat 3, which is a major hurricane. That's why those warnings have already been issued. Models are still trying to suggest that we could have a westerly trend over the next several hours. So 12 o'clock into the 1 o'clock update, that's when we'll get the latest update from the National Hurricane Advisory with this as they gain more information. But I think after our 12 o'clock model runs, that's when we'll probably get another updated cone of uncertainty, which may shift this further west or east. Right now, landfall is basically the same as what we've been showing you since 4 o'clock this morning as far as the Texas-Louisiana border, making landfall Thursday morning as a Category 3 hurricane. Couple things to note: storm surge and winds. Right now, the primary threat. We're still going to be looking at the potential for flash flooding as far as rain goes. And again, that's very dependent upon the exact landfall. I know I wish we could give you an exact forecast of where this is going to make landfall. This is the best judgment, though, that I can give you at this point. Continuing to see consistency in models is always encouraging. And throughout the day-to-day, as Laura stays in the Gulf, these models and the hurricane hunters, which gather all the information, it's going to continue to become better and better. So again, you just have to continue to watch and read these updates just as we're giving them to you. So Cat 3, as it makes landfall, then it's expected to lift northward because of our upper level winds going to drive this to the northeast. And at that point, it should be moving pretty quickly. We're looking at impacts beginning midday tomorrow, so midday Wednesday into about midday Thursday, which could linger into Friday. Let me show you the latest advisories from the National Hurricane Center. Still maximum sustained winds at 75 miles per hour. It's moving still pretty fast at 16 miles per hour, but that has slowed. In fact, yesterday we had a point where it was moving around 21, 22 miles per hour, so it's slowing just a little bit. Center of circulation, with notice how really it's lopsided fairly on the south and southeast side, but as this continues to make that northwesterly track. I'm going to show you the latest track again from the National Hurricane Center in case you missed this at the very beginning. It hasn't changed a whole lot from what was originally projected early this morning. That could easily change just after the latest model runs at noon today. So 1 o'clock would be your next really good chance to get the latest advisories. We'll probably also be hearing a press conference from some of the Galveston officials because they did issue that mandatory evacuation earlier this morning for Galveston residents, and we will be hearing and listening to all of our local authorities as far as that goes. So again, Cat 3 Thursday morning, then that continues to lift northward and move northeast. Any change in any of the advisories or directions, of course, we will let you know. At this point, the best estimate I could say would, if the track changes, it'll be closer to us. So today is the last day to basically prepare. You need to take precautions just as we would if we were expecting a direct hit from a Category 3 hurricane, which is a major hurricane, come Thursday morning. So today, are you prepared to go 2 to 4 days if you were inside without power? Do you have all the supplies that you need? Also, if you can tie down anything loose outside your home, you want to clean your gutters. You want to make sure that you're prepared for extremely heavy rain and those really strong winds. Also, remember the saying: you run from the water, you hide from the wind. So we first will see all of our coastal communities. If evacuations continue, they will be issued first primarily for them, and then our local authorities will let us know from there. We'll continue to monitor the wind and the rain and the storm surge threat, but again, landfall Thursday morning, major Category 3 hurricane, and as far as the 7-day forecast, this is going to continue to change based on landfall of Laura. The closer it is to us, the rain and the wind is going to continue to increase, and so will that that storm surge. And then as far as the rain chances will drop, of course, if it trends a little further east. So just depending on that placement. But by Friday midday, most of this will be gone. I'll show you the last track one more time from the National Hurricane Center. This is the latest 10 a.m. advisory. This is the latest information that we can give you here. I'm going to put this into motion. So notice how because Hurricane Laura is moving at a pretty good pace, it's starting to move into the central portion of the Gulf of Mexico. I'm going to slowly put that into motion for you so you can see the timing. Thursday morning, this is Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock. This is Thursday morning. So sometime in the overnight hours, Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, we're anticipating landfall between the Texas-Louisiana border. This shift could easily track further west or east, and any track that any movement there with the track will really dramatically change the impacts that we're going to see here locally. All right, as we gain information, we will of course pass that on to you with any of the latest observations from the National Hurricane Center. We'll probably give you the latest information here coming up just before noon, before lunchtime, and of course if those press conferences go underway, we'll have those streaming as well.